Hello YouTube, this is Vection. I'm sorry about the shaky camera. I'm using a selfie stick. I speak so good. So I don't know, I'm kind of brain dead at the moment, but I really wanted to talk about this because I don't know, I just kind of want to get it off my chest, and I don't have that many friends to talk to, at least about this kind of stuff. It was kind of a sticky situation. So this is about my cat, Julie, or Julia, one of the two. She goes by both. I had to get rid of her, and it was really sad because I wanted to keep her, like a lot. And I had to get rid of her, number one, because there was a pet addendum from the apartments saying you need to declaw your cat or you're evicted. So that's not over the top or anything. And the second reason was they were raising our rent ridiculously high, and we wouldn't be able to feed her and, take care of her properly. So I had to try to find a foster home because I wanted to, have somebody take care of her. Well, I found a permanent home, somebody worthy of my cat. So I was looking around everywhere, and a few of the places I think are actually closed down. Like there's a place especially for cats, and there's like an animal helpline. I called that animal helpline several times and never got a single call back. It was ridiculous. Sorry, I need a sip. Okay, so you resting? Okay. Making sure the dog's not up to anything. And I keep looking at the camera because I'm worried, like, I'm wobbling all over. My face is not in the shot. But, yeah. So, a friend of mine, JD, he's allergic to cats, but he knew somebody to take care of my cat. And this was the very last day of the deadline. Like, oh, you better do this, or you're evicted, or blah, 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 blah. Now, I've also signed a contract. I'm sorry, like I said, brain dead. I signed a contract about not declawing the cat when I adopted her, and I'm very against declawing cats. I mean, it's not just like physical attributes changing, it also kind of changes their personality. It may scar them for life. You don't know. It's, for us, it's torture. Pulling out somebody's nails is torture. But for cats, it's fine. So yeah, I won't babble about that. So my friend JD pointed out this woman who would watch my cat for me for a month, and I could find a permanent home. And I was like, okay, that's great. Oh my God. I was stressing out about it, and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And so it really helped me out, this woman. And I saw her house, and I was already afraid, like, I don't think this woman can watch my cat properly. She had a toddler and a baby. The house was a wreck. Like, just imagine, like, they're not Legos, they're the big blocks, a bunch of those scattered, toys scattered, just stuff all over the floor. It was just nasty. There was this weird, like, almost moldy old food smell in the air, and she had a cat, and it had worms, which should have been like, woohoo. I can't do the, Metal Gear Solid, like the little exclamation point. I know good at that. I should learn how to edit. Anyway, she had this room that was empty because she rents out bedrooms. And one of them was empty, and somebody was going to move in a week. So my cat was quarantined in this bedroom, and I gave this woman like a month's worth of litter and food. I gave her the cat tower, some toys, some flea spray, a brush. Like, I had so much stuff for my cat, for this woman to take care of her for a month. Sorry, I'm wobbling. So a week and a half goes by, maybe 2 weeks, and then she texts me or leaves me a message. I can't remember which one. My cat's not getting along with your cat. Couldn't you just keep them separated? Because she has this huge screened in, blocked in porch where the litter box for the other cat was. And I was like, can't you put your cat on the porch for like, I don't know, 2 more weeks or, something like that until I could find a solution here. But she kept texting and calling, and I just stopped answering after a while. Like, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm doing this all by myself. What do you expect from me? And I told my husband about it, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have to do this on the weekend when you're here, because I'll need your help. And so we drove. It's like a whole town away. All right. We went all the way there, and we had to pick up the cat, and we were just going to drop it off at the No Kill Animal Care, which is actually an awesome place. I really like them. I took Yuffie there to be, spayed. She had a little surgery. Anyway, trying to keep it short. So we go there, and the house is a wreck. Shocker. And I thought, okay, we're going to pick up the cat and then we're going to go to the no-kill center and that'll be the end of it. And it was just upsetting. And she's like, I don't know where your cat is. What? Like, I know you have like a lot of nooks and crannies, but she leaves all of her closets open and it's just, it's gross. So she's like, oh, the cat may be in the recliner or over there. So after finding the cat, which took a few minutes, she's like, oh, what about everything else? I'm like, doesn't matter. She might die, all you care. Screw you. Because like, what would happen if the no-kill center didn't take her, It's like, what would we do? And, one of the things in the pet addendum was, if you get caught with another pet, you're going to be smacked with pet rent, extra pet rent. And even if you get rid of that pet, you will still have to pay the extra pet rent with like a $200 or $300 fine. I can't remember. It was like $200 or $300. I remember like a bunch of money fine and then the pet rent, even if you do get rid of it in the end. So I was like, well, we can't do anything. So in the end, we took her to the animal care, and they're like, oh, we only do it by appointment. I've called you guys a million times, and I can't get through half the time, and the other times, it's just the automated stuff. So can we make an appointment? And she's like, yeah, like in a couple days. If we get caught with her, we're in big trouble. You understand? Big trouble. So we had to buy like all new litter box, all new food, and it was just a big pain in the rear, and I had to take her by myself, which was already a problem because I'm scared of driving in heavily trafficked areas because I got in a wreck before and it kind of just scarred me. And then at the same time, this shoulder was hurt, and for some reason, like the back of the blade hurt and my rib cage also hurt. So every bump in the road, it was hurting, and the cat's crying in her crate the entire time because she knows something's up. She hates the crate anyway, but this was much worse. So, and then I got there a little early in the end because I was afraid of, getting lost, because I'm always getting lost. I always have to have a GPS on. And so I get there a little early and I have to sit watching all these kittens being taken, all these people talking about getting rid of cats. And it was just very hard because I love my cat and I had to get rid of her, and I had to hand her off to somebody, and it was just awful, and I was in pain and I couldn't cry. Like, it hurt so bad. I started welling up and like choking and sobbing, but the sobs were pushing on my rib cage, which was hurting, and it hurt so bad. I was like, oh, I can't cry. It hurts too much to cry. Oh. So I had to drive back home, take some ibuprofen, and lay on a heat pad. And I'm just laying there like, I wish I could cry because I feel so emotional. And my husband didn't get to come home until really late that night. So I was like, oh, makes me so sad. So, yeah. Hopefully she's doing okay. It is a no-kill center. As long as they have the room, they will be fine. And with all those kittens, I'm pretty sure my cat's not going to have a chance of being adopted this soon. But, yeah, it made me sad. And, you know, I don't have anyone to really talk about this with. It's like, did anybody else have to get rid of one of their loved pets? Because it wasn't like, you know, oh, well, she's a bad cat, you know, she's always meowing all the time, or always tearing stuff up, or always eating something, always chewing on my purses. I don't know what kind of things cats do that are troublesome. She was a good cat, and I had to get rid of her. So, yeah, you won't see her anymore, and that makes me sad. I'm sorry, I'm ranting, and this is too long anyways, so bye, YouTube.